What do you think about that strict return, that strict that Dane had?
Well, I can honestly say we don't practice that. It's, it's the old adage, playmakers make plays. That was huge. Absolutely. It was definitely disappointing that we were even in that situation, when expecting to at least line up for a field goal. But that's the game of football. So, amazing play by Dane on that.
One thing somebody told me at the end of the game is that you this week were showing footage and a cut of times that the team had adversity and they were down during the season. Why was that important, and why do you think it benefited them when they were down 12?
Well, it's just a thing that a game doesn't go as planned. It really doesn't. And so if you show them doing things where they overcame adversity, I don't think it can do anything but help. And so it's easy to talk about it, but there's power in visuals. And so, we just, our job as coaches is to prepare them, and their job is to play and execute. And, I don't feel like that's for this year's team. That was part of the preparation. So, that was just something that, you don't plan things. You kind of, where's your football team at? What's their mental makeup? And then you prepare them the best you can.
Yeah. So you said all year this is in 2019, and the manner in which you reached the Grey Cup is completely different than 2019. Could you sort of compare and contrast here how this feels and what?
Yeah, it's definitely the road less traveled this year, right? But we just really wanted to not. It wasn't a fair deal to compare this year's team to 19. Right? It's just a different locker room, different leadership. It's a different vibe, and you don't want people trying to live up to those expectations. We're just trying to get people to be the best version of themselves, and then find out how cohesive can we make them. And then you look up at the scoreboard at the end of the game. You want to get better each week, and I feel like we stayed the course.
Go ahead, Tim. Sorry, Tim's next. Coach, things weren't going your way in the first half. You make a quarterback change.
Yes.
Why the decision, I think, 3 minutes into the second quarter?
Well, we needed a spark. That's the bottom line. I mean, we needed a spark, and again, we're just not going to leave anything to chance. Those are tough decisions to make, and that is just a natural decision to do it there. And Jeremiah took it awesome. He understood. He came in and got a key 3rd and 1 at the end of the game. And it's just an awesome team. We said in the beginning it was going to take 2 quarterbacks to get where we wanted to get, and today was proof of that. Thank you.
What does Dane bring, Orlando, that makes it difficult for a defense to sort of adjust on the fly?
Well, Dane's probably at a point in his career where he's probably not afraid to just take the ball and run, maybe not go through his reads not that he goes through them, it's the best way to put it. Just, he's going to run it. He's not going to be afraid to just take it and run with it, right? And that sort of thing. And also, Dane did benefit from watching, some more. And he's always prepared. He's ready to go. And it's the same vice versa. Jeremiah's always prepared and ready to go. So I think when you come in off the bench, it does change the flow of the game a little bit, and maybe how you call the game. But I just also think the game was just played a little bit different in the second half.
And if I may follow, your defense again for the second straight week comes up big, and I guess, we shouldn't be surprised. But what was the defensive game plan, and how well did they execute?
Well, I wouldn't be sitting here if the defense gave up touchdowns. That's the bottom line. The game plan, you guys would be bored, so I'm not going to go into that. But I'll just say that I was proud. I had some big individual efforts when they got down, ready to score, to hold them to field goal. Obviously, special teams stepped up big, and the defense was outstanding.
Hey, Armando, the play that Jaguar made in the end zone on DJ Foster, we've seen him make an impact rushing the quarterback. For him to go into coverage just shows another dynamic tool he has.
Jared, it's been fun to watch him grow because he's always super talented individual. But as you play more years, you kind of get a little bit more thrown in your backpack, if you will, meaning you have to expect a little bit. I've challenged him a little bit this year to be a little bit more of a leader because he's not generally a vocal person. He always lets his play speak for itself, excuse me. That play was huge. That was what I was kind of alluding to answering the last question was, again, it's whatever you can do to hold him to 3 other than 7.
Also, just quick follow-up, if I may. Also, on the fake field goal, where you guys convert that, and then was it by design to go for that shot right after? Just kind of catch by off guard?
If the only person that probably didn't know was maybe just the doctors. Everybody knew we were going to run the fake field goal right there. It's something we had talked about, and to me and to us, those aren't trick plays. Those are offensive football plays that you expect to execute, and we were able to do it.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
I mean, you always say that the players have to execute the plays.
Yes.
But was this one of those games where the coaches, in your second half adjustments, have to really go to work?
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I could sit here and say that, but I'm telling you, it's those men in the locker room decided that they wanted to play like to their potential, and we just weren't ourselves in the first half. Credit Toronto. They executed, but we really felt like we weren't playing penalty-free football. Things that we emphasized, we just weren't doing. And I'll always take ownership. It always starts at the top. But the players know that, they got to make plays, right? And they got to execute. And I just think they took it upon themselves. There wasn't a speech you can give them. It's really about what they decided to do. And I think they did that. And then the scoreboard started, working in our favor.
Matt and then Steve. Oh, sorry, Bubs, go ahead.
It seemed to be a game that had so many interesting changes and flips and flops.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know if Pappy's had a return longer than 25 yards this year.
Mm-hmm.
He missed one, and then he breaks one in this game.
Yeah. Well, I'll just say this, that, with all due respect to Poppy, I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, this is a dynamic football player that kind of bought his time, played his way into shape. He's a great teammate. These guys, we believed him. We thought we needed a spark in the return game. It takes a little bit of while to learn the return game. He had, just really proud of him. He had a turnover in the other game, and he's just not affected by those things. But it's probably not giving him enough credit, but I'm really not surprised that he broke one.
We'll take 2 more, just Matt and Steve.
It's okay, I'm tough. All right, I'm good.
Your starting quarterback next week.
Really? Maybe ask me another day.
I think one thing that might get lost here, and I wonder what kind of, sorry.
No, Steve, go ahead.
It might get lost here in all of the other things that happened. What kind of challenge was it? You really had to make 4 changes in the secondary.
Yeah.
Right? You had 4 different positions are affected.
Well, we had a little practice at it last week. And, it's just a testament. I mean, that's one of the things that we emphasize from the beginning. You have to be able to play multiple positions, be it in the skill positions, be it on our offense at receiver or in the defensive secondary. And so, we had to make some on-the-fly adjustments. And I think what people don't quite understand, nor should they, or would they, and that is, the backups usually are on a lot of special teams. And now all of a sudden you're starting. I mean, it's a trickle-down effect. And just proud of them, the way everybody stepped up.
I say Evans, Adeleke, and Davis.
Yeah.
Your team is fueled by emotion. Sometimes emotion goes in the wrong direction. How important is that right direction in having key plays for multiple players?
Well, it's an understatement, and it's a disservice really to say that, Dane's play affected this football game. He's just an awesome person, first of all. As competitive as he is, he's still the consummate teammate. And, he's going to do whatever it takes, whatever that is, if that's in preparing and whatnot. So I really can't say enough great things about Dane. I mean, he's a Ticat through and through. Tunde, he's just a gamer. Like, he's a silent assassin. He's just a guy that just goes out and makes plays. He's not a vocal guy. He's not going to break down any groups. I think he hit the water bottle today. Shocked me. Didn't ask him what was wrong, but when you see that kind of fire and passion, you saw it burned inside. So can't say enough great things about Tunde. And who was the Jagarad? Oh, I mean, the best coverage is pressure, the period. And what do we emphasize? I'm not giving away all my stuff, our stuff. I'm just saying you got to protect the quarterback, and you got to be able to hit the quarterback.
How about you give away a little bit?
Matthew's the master of that. I don't know how he brings up our stuff all the time.
You brought him out.
I don't know how he's getting that stuff, man. It's unbelievable. I can't lie to him. I know, but damn it, keep some stuff in house.
You brought him out before the game yesterday.
Who's that? Oh, the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, here, to talk, right? You said you were challenging. Was that part of the way you were challenging?
I said I was challenging Jagarad Davis.
I think, not challenging in a negative way, not in a negative way.
Yeah, I mean, I just, wanted him to take on more of a leadership role, and I've seen that from him. It's been awesome, his growth, right? Like, his play always speaks for itself. But JG's, I think he's an effect. He's got if anybody's ever heard him laugh, it's very infectious. And he's just a Ticat, you know what I mean? And everybody through their career, whether you like it or not, people start leaning on you. And when you make those kind of plays, people look at you. And he's done a great job of bringing other people along.
Just one more from Bubba.
Yeah.
I was talking to Chuck Ely on the pregame show today, and we're talking about 72.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys, for the first time in 50 years, have an opportunity to host and win a Grey Cup game. It's got to be just, I'm sure this was talked about all season long, and especially in the beginning. Here you are on the precipice of something real special.
Well, it's a lot, quote unquote, easier to talk about now. We face this all year, and it's trying to keep a team focused, and it's definitely challenging because, yeah, we know where the Grey Cup is, we know what the end goal is, but there's so much in between. And now that it's here, it's a lot easier to talk about. And yeah, you want to seize these opportunities, right? There's going to be a team from the West that's going to have something to say about it. And the press, there hadn't been this many all year, and this is the great part of it. The CFL's awesome in that way. So I want the players to enjoy this. It is at home, and I'm looking forward to the blackout.
Great. Thanks a lot, Coach.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Tony Lawrence is next. Questions first, Nolan?
So you've taken a bigger leadership role this year, wearing the bandana and trying to focus your energy. I know I'm not underselling you when I say you've really tried to kind of be that guy for guys like Warren Jackson. What did you know about this group? When did you know that this group had a championship potential?
I feel like it started in camp when everybody started to buy in. We had a resilient group all season, and just the way we started off losing a bunch of games in a row, and there was no waiver. Everybody came to work every day with smiles on their face, working hard, and we just stayed the course. A lot of character in the locker room, and a lot of buying in.
What did you think when you were on the sideline? When did you know that Dane had gotten that ball back and stripped in with their opponent?
No, Dane's a dog, you know what I mean? So, that doesn't surprise me at all. Every time we come to Toronto, my brain just goes to him running over, all the defenders when he first, what week was that, Dane? when you ran over like the whole team?
Oh, wow, the week I got hurt, I don't know.
Yeah, week after Labor Day, Dean's a dog. That just shows what kind of man he is. You know, he's gonna do whatever he needs to do for the team, and you know that kind of effort motivates the whole team and lets everybody know that it's time to go.
Simone, you're an emotional guy. Today, how nice is it to know that you have so many guys that have contributed to you? Ask the coach who were sitting there about a few guys in particular. You're a leader on the team, and having those guys make the contribution en masse as opposed to depending on one player or one big guy.
It's awesome. That's what we take pride in Hamilton, is having multiple guys willing to step up. Jagger Davis played lights out again. Knox is flying all around. Tunde's flying all around. Rowley switched spots and went over to boundary half and flying around. Brooks is playing great like always. Howes is playing great. Win is Win. He won't. Ted is Ted. The guys coming in off the bench to get plays in. Ciante had a big game over there at the field. Stavros came in off after an injury and did a great job at safety. I mean, it's just a team effort. And you know, when we first got into this, we told everybody how we were going to be able to do it, and that was together. And we're not wavering from that.
How important was it to play this game near the fans that you love so much in what I'll determine or call a road home game?
It was amazing. I mean, that atmosphere was crazy. You know, you ran out and you're like, oh snap! This is our away home. You know, like what do rich people have? What was them the cabins and stuff.
Bob must have a Go ahead, Tim. Simone, halftime, you're a fiery guy. Halftime, you're down 12-0. Things weren't, some big mistakes. Things weren't going well. Was there any talk going on within that locker room, man? We've got this. Just adversity. We've done it before. We can win this.
It was all week, you know. We was practicing all week for that. The only thing we were promised coming into this game was adversity. So when we came in down 12-0, we were like, it's perfect, you know. Like, this is what we were built for. This is how we survive, you know. We play well like that. We play well under pressure, and we take pride in that. Coach Orlando, he does a great job all week getting us prepared for that. So, you know, we weren't flinching.
Wouldn't it just be easier to go up 12-0?
It's always fun to go up 12-0, but then you get a little lax, you know, and you want to get the fans a nice game, you know, it's an entertainment business, right?
Go ahead, Bubba.
Simone, I remember being in the locker room with you. Grey Cup loss. That wasn't a great moment. You had tears in your eyes. You know, losing sucks. I mean, you told me that. Now you got an opportunity to get back to the dance again here, but in your own home.
It feels great. I think Chris did a great job in the locker room explaining to everybody, like, let's just lock in now. Let's just not wait, you know. This win feels great, but we've been here before. We've been Eastern champs. We led the East before, so let's lock in. Let's get ready to go. And, you know, usually we go celebrate, but I'm just going to go back to my place and go watch some film and see what kind of corrections we can make.
Anybody else? Thanks a lot.
And I'm taking you good.
Questions for Dean? Go ahead, Dean. Dean, what was going through your mind? First of all, they tell you to go warm up, and then you get the talk that you're going into the game basically 3 minutes into the second quarter. What were you thinking at the time?
Let's go win the ball game. That's all it was about. I was prepared for it. I prepare every week to go do that. Me and Jeremiah are in every meeting together. We talk all the time. We're the last two basically to leave all the time. So I felt prepared, and when Coach O told me to go in, it was just a yes, sir. Needed a couple throws to get ready, and just wanted to win the game. I wanted to do it for my teammates. Quarterback is just a position on a team, man. That's all it is to me, and I'm just so happy we could get this win for the guys. I mean, they deserve it.
Go ahead, Matt.
So how did it feel take us through like, the oh no to the oh wow.
Yeah, me and Don were just talking about it. I really don't know how that happened, to tell you the truth. All I was thinking is don't get bodied by Dexter. We played in college together. He went to the University of Tulsa as well. So I just tried to give him a good piece, you know, and not look weak on film or whatever. And I just stayed on my feet. And when I went for the tackle, I mean, I knew I had the sideline there, so I just tried to use that to my advantage because I'm a terrible tackler. So I play quarterback. And I just came around, and I could not tell you how it ended up in my hands, but I knew I had it. And then I just wanted to get out of bounds and take a knee and get in the half and recoup, you know. So honestly, I have no clue how that happened.
A lot of people, including myself, are going to be asking you if you're starting or Jeremiah starting. Explain why, even if that question is going to be asked, why to you it really doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, you answered it. To me, it does not matter. We just want to win this Grey Cup, man. We want our names on the cup for forever. I mean, that's something you can show your kids, you can show your grandkids, and to me, I don't care if I got to serve water to everybody on the team. I want my name on the Grey Cup, and I know this is what the team wants too. And whatever they say, I'm going to be 100% supportive. If I'm the guy or if he's the guy, I don't care. I want to win.
How much did 2019, now that you can see it 2 years on, how much did 2019 hurt?
A lot. I mean, that's all we talked about. We were obviously really happy when we came in because it was a great win for the team, but the guys that were here, that was just the first thing we said. We said, let's use 2019, and then the whole COVID year that everybody went through something during COVID, you know, 2020, and yeah, I think we'll be able to use it, and I'm just excited to be back, man. I think we learned a lot from it.
Go ahead, Dave. Dave, can you take us through two plays on special teams that really seemed to flip momentum? Obviously, the return and then the fake field goal.
Yeah.
Could you walk us through on the return, just kind of what that's like emotionally for the team? And you were on the field for the fake field goal, so maybe give us your perspective on that.
Yeah.
You saw how it all went.
Yeah, well, first on the punt return, like Coach O said earlier, I mean, Poppy's a special player. The dude had like almost 50 touchdowns in like half a year of high school football because they were beating kids so much. So he's just electric. He's lightning in a bottle. So all he needs is a little space, very similar to Speedy. And just selfishly, him being a Native American athlete as well, I just wanted to run over to him and just give him a big hug. I was so happy for him because I've seen how he prepares. And then on the fake field goal, I mean, we've been working that for weeks. I can't even tell you how long we've been working that. And when Jeff called it, I had no doubt. I mean, it could have been 3rd and 10, and we would have got it, you know. And everybody executed. It was just like Coach O said earlier, that to us, like everyone else is going to call them trick plays and stuff, but to us, I mean, we had our O-line out there. It's an offensive football play. So, I mean, we still have the ball. We might as well try to get the first. So that was big. And then the following play when Ackland scored, that, I mean, we just took advantage of them busting. They didn't even cover Ackland. So that was just a huge momentum changer.
Go ahead.
I keep talking about emotion in the Ticats, how they need that positive emotion. You obviously, we're all talking about how you contributed to that emotion. Explain to us what it was like sitting on the sidelines watching the defense go to work.
It was fantastic. I mean, we go against them every day in practice, and in practice it makes us super mad because we say every week that they're the best defense, you know, in the whole league. And to see them go out there and hold guys to field goals on big drives that we needed, to bow up in the second half, to make interceptions that got overturned, but that's whatever. Just to see them ball like that, like you said, we feed on that as an offense. We know we got to hold up our end of the bargain, and they played it like fantastic tonight, and so did our special teams. It was a 3-phase win.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
Bubba, and then congratulations, Ken.
Thank you. Thank you.
In the second half, I just got some stats again, but I think you were perfect.
I mean, we won the game. That's all that matters.
Sure, absolutely, but as a quarterback, I mean, you're distributing the ball. You feel like, you know, as the game's changing and the momentum's changing, I'm feeling good.
I mean, I felt fairly confident in what they were going to do to us. We knew that they had a lot of time off with winning the East and getting the bye, that they were going to have something up their sleeve, so to speak. So we diagnosed that. We figured out how we could beat that. And, I mean, the 16 for 16 thing, that's everybody doing their part. I told them in the locker room, I have the easiest job. Y'all got to get open. I just got to throw it to you. The line's got to block. Everybody's got to be at the right depths. Don's got to make plays when he makes plays. And, I mean, that was just a total team win. That was just a total team win. That's all I can say.
Dean, what did you guys do differently in the second half offensively that seemed to work that for whatever reason wasn't working for you?
we stopped turning the ball over. All we talked about at halftime was whenever this is the 5th time we played Toronto this year, they had never stopped us ever, all 5 games on any drive. Anytime we got stopped, it was from something that was a mental mistake or a physical mistake and a penalty or a turnover. So we knew that if we just eliminated those, that we had a chance to come right back in this game. It didn't matter what the score was. So that was the biggest thing we talked about.
And the fact that they had 7 goals and kept the game,
Huge.
kept you
Yes.
within the strike.
Like I said, total team win. I mean, if they go down and get 4 touchdowns in the first half, it obviously would have been a lot tougher. I still think we could have done it, to tell you the truth, but the field goals were huge.
If I could, rolling out to the right there and hitting speeds, I mean, there was a lot of big plays in this game. That's key one. Bo says you learned something from watching.
Uh-huh.
Did you learn anything from watching the first quarter?
Yeah, and that was something, they're kind of in the defense that they kind of brought into this game that they hadn't shown on that play. And like you said, watching on the sideline, seeing it on the iPad, kind of knew where the weakness of that was. And then, luckily just was able to make a play, and Speedy made a great job on the scramble drill on the jazz session to come back and get back in relationship to me. And then the rest is him. I mean, he's Speedy for a reason, right? So he got all the yak after that.
Speedy was like he had to come back.
Yeah.
It looked like you were waiting for him to come. Is that?
A little bit, yeah, on the initial route, and then some pressure happened up front and just was able to extend the play a little bit.
Anyone else? Great, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Don Jackson is
Yo, what's going on?
Hey, Don, congratulations on the win. I guess you can describe and explain patience, not only waiting to get up here, but also to be in the backfield. Talk about that, how you finally got there, and how good it's been.
Patience is really the key, not in football, not just football, but life. I just think if you stick to it, be patient, regardless of the situation. I have this mindset that we're going to be okay, and that helps me go.
And you feel that the sidelines, the team, even though they're behind 12-0 in the locker room, patience and knowing that you make the comeback was important. How important did you feel in that regard?
It was just such a resilient team effort, man. We went into the locker room, we all talked about it. We knew that adversity was the only thing that we were going to be promised in this game. Nothing's going to be sunshines and rainbows. We just had to stick to the script, keep chopping wood, stay patient, and keep going. So I'm excited. We're a resilient team, and it's going to boost us moving forward. Yes, sir.
So, Don, you want to share with everybody what you told me on the sidelines after Poppy returned that touchdown?
Yeah, I told Poppy he about to make the biggest play of his life. He went out there and made the biggest play of his life right then and there. We've never had doubt in Pop. He's been patient. He's been taking his time. He's been learning from the great people that were in front of him. I'm just glad that he's got so many good guys around him that help him out as far as the receiver aspect. And then even when he come get carries with us and he has to learn the stuff that we do, he does a great job with that as well. So it's just a testament to how hard he works and how he's patient. And he takes his time. Even the return was patient. And that's what got him to the house.
Adversity is the only thing that's guaranteed. Has been almost most of the year. How
Yes.
does that define you and your teammates?
It's just it's like I said, it's not just a football lesson, it's a life lesson. If you just think everything's just gonna be smooth and go right, you in for a rude awakening. So it's about keeping it, like I said, keep chopping, keep going, and always understanding that it's gonna be all right.
anyone else?
What's up, bub?
Now you're going home to pick up.
Yeah, it feels wonderful, man. It was electrifying to be out there today, to have so many Hamilton fans with us. That was crazy. I know it was down the street, but I didn't expect it to even be like that. And I think that's what helped us get over that hump. As far as just us taking care of the things that we're supposed to and executing how we're supposed to and how we're coached, yeah, that's what wins the game. But the crowd being there with us, that was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was amazing.
Any more? Great, thank you so much, Don.
Appreciate
Thanks,
y'all, man.
everybody.